Shalom again, everybody. Ariel Tzadok here from the KosherTorah School, found online at www.KosherTorah.com. Bringing to you today's daily lesson in the Sefer Yetzirah. Today is lesson 45, and I have a special lesson for you today. And of course, we dedicate all these lessons to the health, safety, well-being, and prosperity of everybody around the world facing the trials and tribulations that we are. Remember, every obstacle is an opportunity. Explore, discover, weigh, measure. Remember all that stuff? Make it happen. Well, today we are in chapter 2 and Mishnah 5, continuing with the concept of the permutations of the letters. And being that today is lesson 45, 45 is a special numerical value. 45 is the numerical value of the Hebrew word Adam, which is man. And it is also the gematria of the name of Hashem, Yud-Ke Vav-Ke, when it is spelled out with the letter Aleph, like this. Yud Vav Dalet is spelled the letter Yod, that's 20. Hey is spelled Hey Aleph, that's 6. Vav Aleph Vav, 13. And Hey Aleph, 6 again. Together, 45. So this is the secret of man, the image above. So what would be the best thing to discuss when we're talking about 45 man? What else? How to make a golem. Yeah, believe it or not, Reb Chaim actually has in here a discussion of how you create a golem. Now, a disclaimer right from the beginning. In the next few minutes, I am not going to teach you the long lost and secret formula of creating artificial life. In the next 18 minutes, you're not going to conclude here and go out into your kitchen and start mixing up golem formulas. All right, let's be realistic here. But I will teach you the academic system of what it says in the books, and I'll give you a little bit of insight in how it's practically done. Yeah, I do discuss a lot more of this in my longer course, but even there, we don't get into all the details of the system. Why? Number one, they can be dangerous. Number two, they require a lot of preparation meditatively, emotionally, psychologically, and the like. And very, very few people ever get to that level where they're really able to handle this type of energy. I'll give you the example, the reminder of the famous biblical story of the two great sons of Aaron, the high priest, Nadav and Avihu. They got close to the kavod, the glory of God. And I've discussed this in many other places. And they came to what's called offer a strange fire. Now, you read all the traditional religious commentaries and it'll tell you all kinds of things. But according to the true understanding, we recognize that they got a little too close to a vibrant, energetic, electrical life force. And because they approached unprepared, bam! They were electrocuted. That's right, electrocuted. And died. You can go on the KosherTorah.com, look up Nadav Avihu in my search, and you'll see the essays and stuff up there. I talk about this and explain a lot of this. It's the power of the Ark of the Covenant, which of course we've discussed in Ancient Aliens, amongst other places. Well, it is this same technology that we're talking about using here. So, understand why it is dangerous. If the great holy ones of the past couldn't handle it by accident, making mistakes, what makes you think you're any better? But with that being said, let's review some of the academic material. And I'm going to quote to you from Rabbi Wital. Listen to what he says. All right. Harotze livro golem. The one who wants to create a golem. Tzarich litzaref kol hakab tzirufim keniskar. He needs to permutate all the 22 permutations, like we've described, lefi seder hamevuar, in accordance to the order as described in the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th chapters, which are to come. Ha'otiot kulam im shem hamiforash. You have to unite and permutate each and every letter with the holy name of God. With the 5 vowels, which we refer to them as the openings of the seal. The words in Hebrew are pituche hotam, which is actually a quote from the Bible. Openings of the seal, actually, these 2 words have within them the 5 vowels. And being that they have the 5 vowels, we know the 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. In Hebrew, we've discussed them before as the kamatz, tsere, cholam, chirik, and shuruk, kubutz. It's the oo sound without the vav. That's the same, all right? But with those base 5, you also have to add a 6th vowel, which is shva, which is the silent vowel, which is just pronunciation of the letter itself. And where do we learn to do this? Quoting, Ki nizkar ta'amim be'Raziel, Sefer Raziel, al Seder Shva, because we learn from the book of the angel Raziel HaMalach, that you have to actually have the vowel shva. Yigalgal tichila partzuf echad im kol ha'otiot. And first you're going to, he says, make the cycle. First, with the first face, first letter, with all the letters, ha'mechubarim alav im hayod. You first do it with the letter yod. Now I'm going to show you exactly how this is done. Now, what we're talking about is this. Remember we talked about the Sefirot Belima and how they'll have to come into the letters. We talked about that, the combination, the unity of chapters 1 with the rest of the chapters. The letters are the Yesod. The Sefirot are the Belima. What is the Sefirot? In this case, it is the name Yud Ke Vav Ke. And remember we said the name Yud Ke Vav Ke, as we expand it out in a spelled form, has the numerical value of 45, the same as Adam. This is all Kabbalah speak to help us recognize the relationship of force to form, energy to matter, Sefirot to letters. And it all comes part of a greater whole. Okay, cool and groovy. You get the concept, but what exactly am I supposed to do? All right, this isn't just like a chemistry class where I can create a formula and I need the actual ingredients. I can put together all the formulas according to all the principles. You ever take like chemistry, high school and college chemistry? You have to put together all the combinations of all the formulas. You gotta have a mind for it. Well, it's the same thing with this stuff. You gotta understand what you're doing here. So here's the handout sheet for today. This is actually a section from something from our longer course on the Sefer Yetzirah. And as you will see here, I'm going to bring it really close. How to make a golem. You can see there in the first columns there is Aleph and Yud. Go here, Aleph and Hey, Aleph, Vav, and again, Aleph and Hey. But if you count, there are a block of 25. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you have to take each and every letter of the alphabet, in this case, Aleph, and merge it with Yud, Ke, Vav, Ke. But how many different combinations of merging are there? Well, I have 5 vowels. I have 5 vowels that I can put with the Yud, and I have 5 vowels that I can put with the, in this case, Aleph. So 5 times 5, 25. Now, remember we had the front and the back. So I can write them Yud first, Aleph second, and have 25 different forms with all the vowels to do that. Or I can reverse the order, and I can put the Aleph first, and then the Yud next, and still have 25 combinations of that. So with each and every letter, take a look. You have 50. 25 here, 25 there. And that is only the Aleph with the Yud. So if you want to activate the letter Aleph with all the power of Yud, Ke, Vav, Ke, of Havaya, then you have to repeat this same principle with the Yud and then with the hey, and then with the waw, and then with the hey. And that's only for the letter Aleph. Now, in this system here, this is with the Pituche Chotam of the 5. But Rabbi Eliezer Gemizan, the Sefer Ari'zal HaMalach, says, no, you need the 6th. You need 36 instead of 25. 36, of course, is twice the gematria of the word chai for life, and that has meaning. But you have 36 in one way, 36 in the other way. 36 and 36, 72, anybody? 72, gematria, numerical value, is chesed. And chesed, mercy, is that fluidity of the fluid structure. And 72 is also the symbol of the names of God, the 72 triads. So all the numbers are hinting to secrets with one another. But the process of how to do this, okay, that's one thing. Reb Chaim gives here a little different way that he describes it here how in his book, but pretty much is saying the same thing. Reb Chaim is going to say that you have to do this structure of the 36 permutations front, 36 permutations back, with the yud, the hey, the vav, and the hey, of each and every letter. Now, so if I have 36 and I have 72, 72 is just 72 combinations there, with just one letter, with the letter yud. Okay, 72 times 72. I shouldn't say times 72 times 4 is really what you're going for. 72 times 4. That's for just a single letter. 72 times 4. For a single letter, multiply by 22. All the letters. Go ahead. Go get your calculator. Those are the combinations and permutations that you're going to do. And you're going to say, gee whiz, that sounds like a lot of work. And the answer is, yeah, that's exactly right. It is. But, all right, I'll give you a little bit of a secret here. What letters of all the 22 am I supposed to be using? Well, what are you making? I want to create a man. Adam, Aleph, Dalet, Mem. Well, that's rather general. You have to be precise and specific. And that is why you'll see the correlations to different body parts in the following chapters of the book, more so chapters 4 and 5. All right, you'll see relationships to the eyes, to the nose, to the mouth, to the ears, to the different organs, and the like. So if I want to create Adam, a man, or a woman as the case may be, it's the same. Well, don't I kind of like need all the individual parts? You don't want to create something that's going to be, oops, I messed up. I got the legs coming out of the head. I got the arms coming out of the back. We don't need any kinds of crazy stuff going on here. So you got to do things right. That is the structure of the system of how it's done. Now, with that being said, as I confess, all right, I can't reveal all the specific details. A, we don't have the time. And B, remember the story of Nadav and Avihu? Okay, if I could have taken a time machine way back to when the Ark of the Covenant was activated and that presence came down on it, and I could have appeared to Nadav and Avihu with my 21st century technology and said to them, hey guys, I know you don't understand the concept of electrical charges and energetic fields, but let me tell you what you need to do. And I would give them some kind of a protective suit that would dispel electric charges. If I could do that and they wore it and they performed properly, you know what? They probably would have been able to go in and they would have had some really weird experiences and come back out still alive. But then again, that which we call the kavod, the living presence of God, probably would have been really pissed off at me, saying, hey, how come you're time traveling back here and messing around with this you shouldn't be messing with? I'd get in trouble with the powers above. I guess if God wants me time traveling, he'll give me a time machine. And to the best of my knowledge, I looked at my closet recently, and no, I don't have any time machines. Unfortunately, I don't have any golems. So what can I say when it comes to housework around the house? It's me and the Rabbanit, all for ourselves. So be it. What can I say? All right, let's get serious again. When it comes to this type of creation, I've discussed with you in the past an actual real secret. We do not work with the structure, as you'll find in later legend, with virgin soil. And then you put it there and you magically make things appear. It doesn't happen like that. This is not mechanics in that respect. Or you know what? Let me take a rephrase that. Actually, it is mechanical, but not magical. And what I mean by that is, if you follow the right steps, and you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, L, M, N, O, P, and you get through everything, then it's going to work. But, like I said, this is a real intricate technical system. Think about it like this. Oh my goodness, if you want an automobile, how's that? Or a computer, how's that? And you order one on the internet, and rather than get one ready built, you get boxes and boxes of the individual pieces. And you have to construct it from scratch by yourself. They'll give you the instructions, and for example, let's just say that the instructions are well written with all the descriptions and the like. Question: can you cut corners? You want to build something as intricate as a computer or an automobile. Can you leave out parts? Can you skip different steps? The answer to all of that is absolutely not. If you want to have an operational computer or a vehicle, then you got to follow all the steps. It's just the way it is. Well, that's the same thing with this kind of spiritual technology. It's only going to work when you do all the steps. And you can say, well, Rabbi, give me all the steps. All right, count those steps. 72 times 4, all right, times 22. And that's for each and every individual part. How do I do it? Well, remember, here, recitations. The first one is with the Holam or O vowel. And what are the orders of the vowels? They have numerous different interpretations. Some will begin with the O. Some will begin with the A. Remember, we have the vowels A, E, I, O, U in English. We have the vowels Kamatz, Tsere, Holam, Chirik, Kubutz, or Shuruk. That is their order according to the Sefirot. So, some will do it in that order. Does the order really matter? You know what? I'm not going to answer that question for you. I'll say if you're going to be one of those actual individuals who's going to explore or experiment, you'll figure that one out for yourself. But the order that I have here is just one of the many. The right one and the wrong one? Who knows? But you would recite the letter Aleph with the vowel Holam, O. O. And then you would recite the letter Yod with the same vowel, O. O. O, yo. And then the next one, we go to the Aleph, the first letter, is always going to maintain the same vowel. And then the second letter shifts or permutates the vowels. So the next letter of the Yud would be Kamatz, which is A. So again, the Aleph would be the same, O, and then the Yud would be A, O, Ya. And then again, we go to the Tsere, O, Ye, and then to the Chirik, O, Ye, finally, O, U. And that's the first line of the 25 right here that I just read to you. Okay? Then you go to the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, and then you do backside. Yippee-ki-yay! But the one thing, remember, I didn't tell you what to do, is how you need to recite them, where your mind needs to be. Just do oh, yo, oh, ya, oh, yay, oh, ye, oh, you. Nothing there. You can do that, do your blue in the face, nothing's going to happen. There is that sound resonance, that tantien breathing. Remember we talked about the oscillation, the aleph and the mem and the shin, the hesedin, rahamim. All of this goes into proper resonance. The prophetic position needs to be so that the entire body energy, what you call kundalini, everything is opened up and channeling and vibrating correctly, right? This is why we had 18 blessings in the prayer called the Amidah, the Shemone Esrei. It says it's corresponding to the bones in the spine, which when you bow is supposed to be opened in a certain way to allow the energy to flow. Well, that's the secret here too. And I ran out of time. Well, what do you know? How convenient for me. Alrighty, guys. Enough for you to think about today. If you're interested in pursuing other courses, check them out. What we have, check in the notes below. And check out our course page, KosherTorah.com. See you all in our next lesson. Yeah, we'll pick up. We'll do some more about this. I'm sure you'll like that. Talk to you later. Ariel Tzadok, KosherTorah.com. See you all soon. Shalom.